if you've ever made a mistake, put me in the chat, right? Underneath there, put me in the chat if you've ever made a mistake. And if everybody who's viewed this video doesn't put me, we're gonna have a problem, right? Because I know for sure everybody who is living and breathing has made a mistake. Either you put your left shoe on your right foot, you accidentally dropped your phone, you accidentally closed the door when you meant to hold it open for somebody, you call somebody the wrong name, whatever. I'm using these small mistakes, but we also make big mistakes, right? The key thing for that, don't trip when it happens, because mistakes happen. It's okay. You can always bounce back from these mistakes that are made. Some of them you have to sit back and take ownership. Hey, you know what? I dropped the ball on XYZ. I really should have been doing this and this and this. I wasn't productive with my time. I didn't take account to your feelings. Insert whatever comment you want to insert right there about the mistake you made. Put it in right there and take ownership of that. Acknowledge that the mistake was made. Okay, I made a mistake. Let's move forward, right? You use the mistake as, don't use the breaking point as something that's gonna just keep you all the way defeated. Use it as a stepping stone to be like, okay, this is what I did for this not to work. So not to be in this situation again, I'm gonna do this. So use the situation to elevate yourself and be like, okay, and hold your own self accountable. You are big on holding other people accountable, hold yourself accountable. That's the first person you need to really look in the mirror and be like, okay, this is what you need to do. I tend to have these hard conversations with myself. And full transparency, I have them every New Year's. Every New Year's I sit down and I'm like, okay, this year, this happened. This is what you said you were gonna do and this is what you did. So some of those things I'm able to accomplish and some of them I'm not, but I still hold myself accountable because I have a certain level of expectation that I have for myself, and you should too. So don't trip out when they happen. Use the mistake as a setup to get you back to where you want to be. And the third part is leave room for life, because it's going to happen. If it don't happen to you, it's gonna happen to somebody you love. If it don't happen to somebody you love, it's gonna happen to somebody you like. If it don't happen to somebody you like, it's gonna happen to somebody you know. Mistakes are going to happen. It is the elephant in the room that never leaves. Something's going to happen that was not planned. You just have to roll with the punches. Boxers do this all the time. That's the beauty of the counterpunch, right? I'm a big Floyd Mayweather fan with the shoulder roll, right? His boxing style, he hardly ever gets hit in the face, but when he does, he's able to counter with his left or right hand, depending on where the punch came from. His counter is impeccable, right? All my boxing fans out there know for what I'm talking about. So when you can counter with whatever mistake happens with something else in a positive light, roll with the punches. In all actuality, the hit wasn't that bad. Remember that. Put that in the chat. The hit wasn't that bad. It sounded worse than it was. That's something that my nephew would tell me because he's a football player. He'd be like, Uncle, man, it sounds like those hits are hard, but they really not. It sounds worse than what it is. Just like the mistake that you made, it looked worse than what it was. It really wasn't that bad. So remember that. Leave room for life. Use it as a springboard and be calm when it happens. You running around frantic like a chicken with your head cut off is not going to solve anything. Sit down and think about how you can overcome and do away with this mistake and keep moving forward. That's the motivational moment for today. As always, act in love and do the right thing because it needs to be done. I'm Durell. That's my time. See y'all in a minute.